It's a stroll of power, and I appreciate it.
Well, I'm kind of scared to ask this question now because I don't want to bring down the room. So this is more directed at Jamie, but all of you can answer.
Go, Jamie, go. I'm excited about it.
I'm ready to bring down the room. Let's do it.
We need a spotlight.
So Funimation has come under, let's call it, criticism for how they choose to adapt their scripts for
like
a couple of
unnecessary
shows.
hate. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, and a lot of that I feel is directed at you unfairly.
Thank you.
So how would you like to respond to that kind of criticism?
To the criticism? Like, I have a vagina. Deal with it. Like, it's honestly, that's the truth. I am a woman. I am a funny woman. We are all talented, funny, powerful women. We are out here. It's going to happen. Deal with it. I'm sorry you're not getting laid. It's not about you. Move on. That's my reaction.
All right.
Hey, monster dudes, monster girls, humans! We're back again with another anime news, and today seems like a beautiful day for localizers. Especially ones with a vagina. But anyway, let's slither on in, because things are just getting interesting with Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll CEO says AI-generated subtitles are definitely an area we're focused on. Alright, let's dig on deeper. Let's slither on deeper. Crunchyroll CEO Raw Perini says AI-generated subtitles are an area that our streaming service is currently very focused on testing, perhaps dismayed for some anime viewing audiences. Perini sat down with The Verge for an hour-long interview, where he discussed how Crunchyroll could become more attractive. Ooh, attractive. Ooh, I do love the sound of that kiff. For options for anime fans. One solution was to increase development with AI-generated subtitles, where Perini said AI is definitely something we are thinking about a lot in different workflows in organizations. Right now, one of the areas we are very focused on testing in subtitles and our closed captions, where we go from speech to text. How do we improve on optimize our process, and where we can get subtitles done in various languages across the world faster, we can launch to close to the Japanese release as possible. He outlined so definitely an area that we're focused on. That is something very good, because right here, there's a good reason why they're doing this. Not only to save money, AI subtitles are seen by some as mean of decreasing anime piracy, and I think that's a really good touch right there. I'm kind of glad they're actually focusing on that, because not only are we gonna get the better translation, but we're also gonna get it faster and done faster this time. Get it done faster. Pretty quotes that arose during the conversation how we hope to make Crunchyroll more visible than piracy, which one of the piracy's biggest selling point being the free and sometimes release the content faster in official services. He highlights that the fan desire access anime as close to the Japanese release as possible was a motivation behind the development to drive for AI-generated subtitles. Oh yes. Honestly, I do love the sound of that, to make things a lot faster for anime fans such as ourselves, because think about it, we need it fast. It's like fast food, you know. And this is just the next part, because, oh yeah. Actually, AI subtitles provides contentious. Many anime fans were concerned how low-quality subtitles in the Yakuza Family 4 Son debut episode, leading some to believe that have been generated by AI. These subtitles are notoriously awkward, occasionally to the point being nonsensical, and feature numerous grammar issues. Crunchyroll was forced to delete the episode following outrage by fans on social media, which may many asking why didn't they pay possible better job. Many manga fans and social media also cite the poor official translations as motivators for piracy. With the United States being the #1 worst offender for piracy in the world, the conversation resurfaced following the arrest of the 2 individuals in Japan for leaking early contents for Weekly Shonen Jump manga. Yep. I mean, let's see. World growth piracy. Okay, let me see. With the rapid growth of AI translation, quality may certainly meet fans' expectation in the near future. Nevertheless, many continue to argue the nuance of the language best captures by human experiences created by the trademark Crunchyroll between cost and continue to expand hundreds of millions of anime fans worldwide. Source: The Verge. Yeah, you know what? This doesn't seem too bad, but honestly, one begs the question: will they lower the price on the subscriptions? Because if you guys remember last time, and you guys remember on my last video covering on this topic with the merge between Funimation and Crunchyroll, one has to question, will they lower the price? Because honestly, $100 a year is a bit too much for our budget. Since they are saving money from localizers and such, I think this is the best course of action that they should lower the price, because come on. If they're ever wanted to meet our expectation, they should lower the price in my personal opinion, but that's beside the point. But anyway, there's some things I did want to cover. Now we come to the next part of the video I wanted to cover. I wanted to cover this part of the video, the lovely compact situation, the whole situation where that Discotech hired a infamous YouTuber that goes by the name of Jello Apocalypse. One of the most disgusting human beings that would go out of their way to not only mess up to butcher the translation, but to insult the original source material by saying that it said it was not to their liking. I forgot they said they didn't like the source material and said they would make it better and much better in their own representation. It was ridiculous. But to add even more salt to injury, they were gonna fire him. It was one of the best things. We actually thought that Discotech was going to go in the right direction. But to my surprise, they ended up deleting the tweet that they were supposed to fire him or something like that. It was kind of ridiculous. Let me see. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, apparently this one was deleted. And they were supposed to let him go. I don't know whether or not they're gonna fire him or not, but that's beside the point. I'm just gonna say something to Discotech. Discotech, let's talk business. Since you will be losing money soon because of your mishaps, I got a better solution. Why not go AI like what Crunchyroll is doing? Because think about it. You got a rival. They're already taking advantage of AI right now. I suggest you do the same, because then you wouldn't have to deal with deleting some embarrassing tweets like this and hiring some crazy localizers that don't even care about the source material, or Japan for that matter, because they don't seem to care. You hire people that hate their jobs. I mean, it's quite simple. You might as well just go with AI. But anyway, I digress. I hope you take this into consideration, Discotech, because my, you would save a lot more money if you did this, if you went that direction. All right. Next we have here is the next game that got the demo release just came out recently, and a lot of people have seemed to found a lot of flaws with the translations, because a lot of people seem to find that they butchered it as well. Kind of funny how that works with a lot of Sega games like this, but apparently they also did mess up the translation, not following the original source. And before I continue, I gotta say this. To all the people in Discord who said I over-exaggerated with the translation for Unicorn Overlord, all I have to say is, I don't care. I really don't care if I'm over-exaggerating. If they're not gonna follow the original source material, I don't care if it sounds the same or not. It's very important to me, okay? I know that you guys are trying to make this sound like we're over-exaggerating. We're not. We love our games to be following the original source, what the author wanted. And say what you want about me, okay? Because if I want something made from Japan, I don't want ketchup on top of my onigiri, okay? Simple as that. Okay, if I ask for sushi, I'm gonna get sushi. And if it's covered with ketchup to be Americanized shit, I'm not gonna tolerate it. Deal with it. There. Anyway, and before I continue on the whole unicorn translation, I love to give a little big shout out to PulpFan69. If you guys haven't subscribed to this guy's YouTube channel, I definitely recommend you subscribe to him. He is actually a pretty cool dude because he actually not only goes to Japan and actually travels a little bit to show everything about Japan and all that stuff, he also does like videos on like about translations. Like, I swear to God, it's so cool that the stuff he covers, because he was covering the game called Valkyrie Chronicles, and he does stream very often, so I definitely recommend you guys subscribe to him. Please do, guys. We want to see him drink the corn juice, please. But anyways, you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with PulpFan? I mean, what does this have to do with Unicorn Overlords? Well, it has to do with everything. Take a gander. And here's a little tweet he made. I see a lot of people who claim that localization is bad in general, or that people should just translate the script 1-1.1, stuff like that. There's no such thing as a direct translation. Thankfully, more people are starting to understand the nuance that it's important to continue to point out the translation is hard. It's not like I can completely translate something just by reading it. When I read in Japanese and think in Japanese, it takes effort to change the Japanese into English. That makes sense. There are times when lines should be changed and rearranged to the following English flow. But for stuff like Unicorn Overlords or Valkyrie Chronicles, the issues are so obvious you don't need to go into details. I will highlight this in an example. There's something which bothers me, which people say that new Persona 3 translation ruined Yukari because she's not as mean, or that the new Mario RPG translation removed a reference to Bruce Lee. In both cases, there are fixes from the original translation. Yukari is nearly as mean in the Japanese, and Bruce Lee was never mentioned in the Japanese for Mario RPG. It's important to be consistent and fair. Not every change is a bad one. Yep. True words have not been spoken. Truer words have never been spoken till now. Then he would later go on to actually show this part out. So I went and talked to my Japanese professional bilingual friends about Unicorn Overlord's translation. No shock, but they fully agree with me. The translation is ass. I will show full documents on my stream this weekend, and I will go over as I talk to them more. But there's just one part of our conversation in reference to this in this line. And right here, it shows it right here. If you want to see it, I'm definitely follow PulpFan. He will actually show you all this stuff. It's really insane right here. Yeah, good example right here. A good boy request helps his mother's earnest. English. A cynical child taking advantage of someone's weakness gets them an act of this behalf. Yep, even says, oof, that's bad. But, yeah, and there was even like detractors too. There were people arguing with him. Like, I'll show a good example. This is like this dude right here for a good example. I'm not defending, but I'm not overlooking or tolerating or lowering standards. Contemplating the localizer isn't abysmal level, or some are saying. People have lines to draw on what's acceptable drawing here. In particular lines, like, I play Japanese games in Japanese. I have that abilities. Others aren't so lucky. They deserve better. That's entirely fair. However, the conversation has drastically moved away from the dissatisfaction with the quality and stating that the fact that it's bad, unacceptable, etc., or as you said. That saying goes to things as lost in translation, something that aren't lost though. I believe it is bad and unacceptable. It is I'm in a middle ground here. To believe that worthy cause here is advocating for high quality localization. Those who want the one-on-one are the minority as valid as anyone else. However, The phrase "pick your battle" comes to mind as UO doesn't deserve. Mud dragging is gone. No one wants a one-on-one. That's a total straw man. People want a faithful translation, not one's not full of purple prose. There's no such thing as a one-on-one translation. Anyway. And let's see what the idiot detractor had to say, because I think he had something. Okay, so, yep, okay, there it is. It's not a strawman. Let me see what he says. It's not a strawman. You don't distinguish or adhere to the character, but as you said, faithful, ergo close to the original as possible. That doesn't delude to the ultra original point of being made. As you said, there's no such thing as a thing. It's difficult to balance. Yeah, this guy is full of himself. But yeah, I'm telling you, people like this are so stupid they can't take the facts. That Pole fan is right, and his friends were right too. But that's to be expected from detractors, total nerds, and total freaking corporal shills. But before I end this, I'd like to say something. So anyway, before I end this video, I got one thing to say before I tie this all together. I know a lot of you guys seem to really hate my Phoenix Wrights video, but I gotta say one thing. I don't care. I don't care how much dislikes you give me. I don't care about your dumb, fake criticism. If I called someone fat, I will call someone fat, and I'm just getting started. This is the thing I really wanted to say right here. I love how the fact you guys think I'm projecting them fat. Guess what? I'm pretty fucking fit, and I'm pretty sure I could beat all your motherfucking asses at anything, so you guys can get fucked. And to everyone else, to any disliker, thanks for the dislike. You really help my channel grow that way. Well, I'm Viperous, and I'm out. Laters, my supporters, and laters to my losers. Bye.